bit of a slightly different angle for starting this morning's vlog. Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. I've been, well, I was going to have a lay-in. It is 10:30. So technically, I have had a lay-in, but I haven't been asleep for several reasons. Just as I was going back off to sleep, the hospital rang me about a hospital appointment, which is booked in for November, which is a follow-up on my fibro stuff. And unfortunately, well, they wanted to offer me a cancellation, which would have been tomorrow, but that's not, you know, I'm working tomorrow. It's not giving enough time, oh, excuse me, to make alternative arrangements work-wise, because it would fall smack bang on the school pickup and stuff. And also I do believe we have a U-Talk booking just before the school pickup tomorrow as well, so that wouldn't have worked. Yeah, so it's just been, I feel tired. I think it's because I've been working all weekend. I've had a bit of a headache. I need to be doing some U-Talk work, which I haven't yet done. I was going to do it over the weekend, but Saturday there was just, Ozzy was quite highly strung, I think, because his parents had just gone away. And then by the time we'd all sort of chilled and what have you on Sunday, that storm came in and I had a stonking headache and couldn't really focus on anything. And I just felt so fatigued, and I feel really fatigued today. And some of this could be fibro. Some of it's probably wheat related because, you know, I didn't take my bread yesterday, so I had toast and stuff at work. And I did eat wheat, shreddies, which is wheaty. But I just saw them in the cupboard. Oh, so yeah. This will be me on a bit of a, yeah, fibro flare up probably. But you know, it's actually quite cold now. I'm going to change my top because it was blue sky this morning when I woke up, and it's now not blue sky. And we had thunderstorms and stuff in the night and thunder and lightning. But this week's not meant to be that great, so I think I might put a t-shirt on rather than a little crop top. I have something to show you that is really annoying me, so I'll show you that. It's a little bit of footage I took earlier, and I'll go and change my top. And when I come back from you watching that, you can see how utterly annoyed I am at something else that has occurred this morning. And just what I didn't want happening, because we've been left so long without the toilet being properly attached, there is now water coming out from where it goes into the wall. It's now dripping all over here. Woken up this morning and this is absolutely drenched with toilet water. So I have sent a video to the guy who's meant to have done this 2 weeks ago and said, what am I meant to do? So there you go. Can you see why I'm just a little bit niggled? Can you? Can you? So I've sent him footage of the situation, which he's seen through WhatsApp over an hour ago, still not had a reply. I'm beginning to lose my rag just a little. Anywho, so I can't continue to relax because now I've had to put loads of pads around the toilet. Thank God we've still got the dog wee pads. And yeah, I've got laundry to do. I've got dusting to do. I mean, Lee and Kenzie have been in charge of the house while I've been out this weekend. And they've hoovered and they've done laundry and kept it tidy. But they don't do the deep stuff, you know, like bleaching the front of the cabinets and all that kind of stuff. They don't do any of that. They don't do the dusting and all that sort of stuff. So I need to go and crack on with that. The dogs have got their appointment at the vets to have their wound checked from when they got the snip. I'm popping in to see my sister's dogs because one of them's in season. So I'm going to have to keep these boys because I'm going to have them with me. I'm going to have to put them in the kitchen or something behind the stairgate because their dog is in season and they've gone out for the day and they just need me to go and sit with their dogs for an hour. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to pick Kenzie up and then we are going to go and do something downstairs that needs doing. Little idea we've had that's going to make things a bit better and a bit more manageable downstairs going forwards. So stick around and you'll see what we're doing down there. I've bleached that. I've bleached that. I've put a load of pads around the bottom,
of the toilet. I've changed this pad because this one was soaking wet. That's got to go in the wash, the one that was down there. This is actually boobs. It took me ages to realise what this was. There's a beach towel with boobs. And the reason I have that towel is because when I had hatched the geese, I was asking for spare towels that people didn't have anymore. And so that was one that somebody gave us, and we were using it as something on the bottom of the goose pen that we had when they were tiny chicks. This fell off in the night. I need to bleach all of this and just generally clean this up. And I've got a pile of laundry to do. The dogs have been chewing up. It's the geese. It's the geese. Dog, quiet. So the geese are going for it, basically, because they've heard my voice through the window. This is what happens. They hear me, and then they squeal and shout a lot, and then the dogs start barking. Not just our dogs, everyone's dogs. It does look like it's going to chuck it down again. So yes, this is a big old mess. This is the cool duvet, which has been brilliant, but the weather's changing, so I'm going to get the other duvet out. And then we've had this just fleece blanket thing over it because their wounds have been weeping slightly, and then we have to keep washing the cover. So we put that on there. And somebody's been chewing up a toilet roll as well. Timmy's been chewing up a toilet roll. So I've got an awful lot to clear up. Also, I've got up there that fan that can go back up in the loft. I don't think we're going to need that again. It's like an aircon fan. And Kenzie's got his fan in his room. I think all of this stuff I'm just going to take up and put up in the loft now, because I don't think we're going to need it with the weather going down to sort of 17 degrees now. Shall we try and transform this pigsty into something a little less pigsty-y? There we go. Lampshade back up, warmer bedding put on, dusted the sides down. It's absolutely pelting it down out there right now. It's disgusting. I'll do the hoovering all in one go. Oops, sorry dog, just stood on the dog. Now to take all of this stuff downstairs, take this down for the dishes. Kenzie can finish doing his room. It's not too bad, to be fair. He's going to take this crate down. We don't need it, and we've borrowed it from Rob's mum, so actually we're going to take that down, and that will create a bit of space in here for him. Timmy's using the bed, which is nice. Well, this was not what I anticipated coming downstairs and doing. I really want a cup of tea and I'm hungry. I'm going to put kettle on because I've got to go out and take the dogs to the vets soon. But what has occurred here is that at some point, either this weekend or this morning, one of the dogs has puked on the sofa and nobody's noticed. And I've found that it's soaked through to this bit and it's on the edges of the cushion. So I need to spray those. I need to put the covers in the wash. It was only like liquid and a pile of grass, which means it would have been Link, because he does that. He's the one with the iffy belly. Yeah, so now, and so I've pulled the sofa out, which means I need to hoover all under there. Today is not quite going as I had planned. I'm really not feeling it, but I've got to get these jobs done. Have you boys had breakfast? You probably haven't had any breakfast. Do you know what? I bet you haven't. This is why you're pestering me, because I don't suppose anyone's fed you. Right. Let's feed the dogs. That'll be it. I don't think Kenzie fed them before he went to school this morning, so that will explain why they are pestering me so much. It's nearly lunchtime and the poor things haven't been fed. Right, I'm going to give them their medicine and give them their food, and then I'll tell you what I was going to tell you. I've just had a message from Emma telling me to chill the fuff down, basically. That we haven't got time for burnout. So we need to get a grip, both of us. So she's told me to spend 5 minutes meditating, and that is the counsellor in her telling me what to do. I said, actually, can I say that I've made a cup of tea and I've got some very crunchy cheesy Wotsits, and can I take that as a 5 minute, 10 minute sit down, because I haven't got time to do anything else because I've got to get the dogs to the vets in 40 minutes. So I'm taking that as my chill out medication. No, meditation, not medication time. Yeah, and then I'll deal with all of this when I get back. There's been a bit of a break in the rain. There's a little bit of sun. It is still drizzling, which meant we could get to the car without getting completely soaked. Although my hair is, you know, that's why I've not bothered doing anything with it this morning, because it'll just end up as curtains anyway, like big bouffant things, because it gets wet. We're a little bit early for our appointment, but we're going to go in and
hopefully all is good.
Good boy, Link. Well done. Wee wee, good boy. Timmy, you going to go for a wee wee? Go on, go there. I bet loads of dogs are weed on that. The dogs have led me to this tree. Look at these. Like, are they crab apples? They look lovely. So colourful and juicy looking. They're very hard, but they look juicy. Oh, did that scare you? Did the car go past? Get down. Down. I have popped into my sister's. They've gone out for the day. Ember's in season and she keeps sitting there showing her bum to the boys. So to add insult to injury, boys, not only have you had the snip, just been to the vets and had your bits and bobs messed with, you've now got little Miss Floozy there showing her bum to you. Anyway, they've all been getting on absolutely fine through the gate, but my boys are now realising that I'm coming to sit down here with these guys, and so they're feeling a bit neglected. So Link's going to make a bit of noise, but we're just going to spend an hour with you two, aren't I? Got the door open for you. I'm home and the geese have heard me, so I've come to talk to them before Kenzie and I start on our little jog. Kenzie's just having a spot of lunch. But look what's in their pond. I think it's mosquito larvae. I'm sure they're super tasty. That pond water was really clean before the storm and now that's gone crazy. They've been ignoring this pond and going into that little blue pot over there of water, which has been topped up regularly. I don't know why they've not been using the pond, but if they want to eat all those bugs, they could eat all those bugs, couldn't they? Right, girls? We're having a bit of a sort out in here, changing some things around, and we're going to put the crates from in there into here because, to be honest, Timmy's now sleeping in our room with us and Link hates being put in that crate. So going forwards, I think it works much better if we have the crates here, we padlock the back gate and we give them free access to the conservatory and the garden, even in the winter. Even when it's cold, I still think that is a better option if we have to leave them for a period of time than it would be to, you know, lock them into the crate, because Timmy's fine. Timmy would happily wait 4 hours while we're out and then be happy when we get back. But Link just becomes so stressed and he'll destroy anything that's in the crate, like food bowls or anything. So this way, it just keeps his anxiety level down. So we're going to sort this area over here out. But we've got like lots of pet food and stuff, which I need to... I've got a couple of boxes to put pet food in. Unfortunately, they're smaller than I thought they were going to be. I was trying to go by weight of food, of items that might go in it. And clearly, I mean, weight is variable, isn't it? I mean, a ton of feathers and a ton of sand is going to be completely different in volume. So, yeah... Didn't really. I was hoping for a literage. Maybe that would have been easier to work out. But either way, I have these containers now from Amazon, which I'll show you, and I will put a link in the description below. And they clip together and what have you, but not really suitable for the big bags of dog food. So I'm going to have to rethink that and purchase something else. But I need to fold the clothes up first. There's a false widow up there. I'm going to ask Kenzie to get the net to get that one. Okay, use the Hoover then. I'm just going to bleach this little area here, which is where we're going to put the crates. Kenzie's bringing the crates in for me. We've thrown the dogs out there with something to chew on. They've got lamb's tails. Just pop it down here, please. Thank you.
Timmy.
Kenzie's helping me with cleaning all the fly poo and stuff off from all the flies. Hopefully the flies will not be as invasive now that we're sort of into autumn and, you know, not so hot and summery. But we're just giving everything a bit of a bleach down. It is 6:45 and I'm trying to upload this video. I'm not sure, well, not this video, but tonight's video. And I'm not sure it's going to get up before 6 o'clock, but it'll just be a few minutes late while it's processing, I think. So it shouldn't be too bad. Kenzie and I have been busy, as you saw out there, cleaning and getting that conservatory sorted. I've now moved on to the living room. I've put the sofa back together, as you can see, put a couple of covers and things over it just to try and protect it a little bit. The covers that I had before just kept getting pulled off, so I gave up with that idea. And I'm just laying stuff over it in a more just on the top fashion rather than trying to mould it into the shape of the sofa. I'm trying to think, now I've cleared that corner over there, about having like a little workstation behind the door for me to put my work pad on there and the keyboard and everything, and then it's there and I'll remember to go do stuff and it'll be in my mind, and yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But all the little like side tables which might fit in there perfectly are all teeny tiny. They sort of come up to 60 centimetres. We won't get a chair under that. That's something you can pull over the sofa, but ideally I'd rather just go and sit over there and do something. I only need like a square, a tall square with something I can put my feet under. Maybe I should look at high tables, but literally just need a square to go in behind that door. I'm sure something's there. If not, I think you can get like fold out tables that go on the wall, which then does mean drilling into the wall and stuff, but it's an option. I'll look into those as well. That guy's not got back to me about the bathroom. He's not. I mean, I'm expecting him at some point next week. That doesn't help the problem now, does it? He's seen the message because it's blue ticked, so he's seen it, and he's just not bothered to get back to me, despite the fact I've got, you know, sewage now leaking into the bathroom. So I'm just feeling really peed off with that. So it's really, like, I'm just so done with companies. I mean, I'm not going to whine and moan about it again. Not really. Because you've had me whine and moan about it God knows how many times. But what with the whole van situation and now the bathroom situation, I'm just so done with people taking the pee out of me. Just saying they'll do something and not. If you don't want to do the job, don't do it. If you've got bigger jobs that are better paid, then you know what? Don't take the job. Don't, you know, keep pushing back. Because I know it's because someone else is paying better. Because it's a bigger job. And I just think that's shocking. And I can honestly say from this point going forwards, when the guys finish the bathroom, I will be saying to people who not to use. And he's going to have to wait for his money. I said to Lee, don't pay him. Not yet. I said, when, you know, Lee's pretty good about handing money over the day the job's finished. I said to him, no, do not. Do not give him any money. I'll tell you when to pay him. He can wait for it. Anyway, I should be doing some of this. I'm dusting now is what I'm doing in here, and then I need to think about dinner. I've brought this plant in because I suddenly thought the weather is changing and I don't want to get caught out with the frost because it's done so well being outside all summer. I don't want it to then suddenly not be okay. Look, this is the best it's been ever in the time I've had it. It's just so happy. Whether or not it'll stay happy when it's in here, I don't know, but it certainly won't be happy if it's in a frost. So I need to change some of these. A lot of these were just sort of edible comfrey or something, or chicory. I might give those to the geese because it didn't really do anything, and they're actually looking a little bit like they've got some sort of something, flies by the look of it. Tomato plant there, which I will put into a bigger pot, but I think it's past its best now. It might grow in the house, I don't know, because summer winter tomatoes a thing. The crates are now here. I need to make sure this lid stays on, otherwise the dogs will be in there. I have to have a chat with Kenzie because he's just fed them. That's the dog food bowl for, pot for now. And then the pads are in here. This is spare goose food and the one that I kind of carry out in the morning to get them to come out. I'm going to get rid of this and just use a scoop in future. And then this is cat food. Then I've put the bench on eBay. If anyone wants to buy my bench, which is my one from my van and has all of the seatbelts and everything on it, then get in touch with me. Oh look, spiders' eggs, they can go. Sorry spiders, you can leave. I have swept up the garden and generally given it a bit of a tidy up, brushed everything, moved rubbish, so that's looking better. Then through here, this is now all opened up, which it hasn't been for such a long time. So that's looking much tidier. I'm getting a little table there to put my laptop and stuff on for work. And then I've washed all the sofa now, and I've got some blankets on it to try and just hold it all together, and hopefully the dogs won't pull it all up, but I suspect they probably will. And I've dusted everything, so it's all looking nice. And now I just need to put the hoover and everything away. And I am literally sitting down with an entire plate of barbecue chicken wings, and that's what I'm having for my dinner, because I can. Good evening, you lovely lot. Do you know what? I've cheered up. I've realised that most of today's video I sound incredibly peed off, and I'm really sorry. Nobody tunes in to listen to me moaning, groaning, whining and complaining. So yeah, this is not my usual demeanour. I'm usually a very happy pip. So I'm sorry for those of you who've had to trudge through today's video listening to me whinge and whine. It may turn out during editing that I find out I wasn't as whingy and whiny as I suspect I have been. But I think I probably was pretty whingy and whiny. There was a couple of things I wanted to say, and I can't remember what they were now. Should have probably thought about it before I started the video. Hold on. No. Menopause brain strikes again. It's gone. It's absolutely gone. So, one thing I'd need to stop saying so. That's what I need to do. I need to think of another thing, or just not say anything and then just say what I'm going to say, rather than a filler. Because I'm editing out so many so's that it's getting irritating. Let's not say so. I'm going into work tomorrow. We have some UTalk jobs that need to be done. We have one booking, and then we have some other things we need to do. Emma needs to train me how to use my iPad, because I don't know how to use it. I have ordered something that gives me a little workstation in the corner of the room now that we've moved all of the dog stuff. And I'm really hoping that that will mean that I can leave the stuff out permanently, and it will remind me to go and do the jobs and have it on like Emma has hers. So when emails and things come through and I'm at home, it will ping and I'll, you know, be alerted to it. Because I think that it'll just help me focus on going into work mode if I don't have to set everything up to try and sit and do some work. I still haven't heard from the plumber, bathroom guy. I don't know if I've told you this, but Spog should be coming back on Wednesday, and I've not heard otherwise. Spog is my camper van, for those of you that are new, which is really good because I'm away for 4 days. 3 days. 3 days, I believe. Friday, Saturday and Sunday with Daryl and Keith. So you will see us exploring a location that we are keeping secret for now. Make sure you tune in for that one. Yesterday's video was a little bit different. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little video that Emma put together of her and Rob's trip away, which we thought you would probably enjoy, and I'm hoping you did. Everyone likes a bit of Emma Cam, and it just keeps a variety going on my channel, something a little bit different to the normal stuff. Having said all of that, it's probably time I said my goodbyes. So thank you very much for watching, you lovely lot, and I will see you all tomorrow.